Welcome. Good morning. I'm Paula Montgomery, a member of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Pensacola. My pronouns are she and her. Today, I will be your service leader. Welcome to this virtual Sunday service. Welcome to our members. Welcome to our friends. Welcome to those who are visiting for the first time or for the umpteenth time. All are welcome here.
I was led to nonviolence because I felt that it was the best moral way to deal with the problem. We were seeking to establish a just society. And it was my feeling then, and it is my feeling now, that violence is certainly much more socially destructive, and it creates many more social problems than it solves. So I was led to nonviolence for deep moral reasons. And I turned to it because I felt that it was the morally excellent way to deal with the problem of racial injustice in our country.
There is no freedom, the wise man said, let justice roll down when the poor cry out for shelter and bread. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary? Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we'll make a new way. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Hatred will never drive out hate. Let love roll down. Remember, our hearts can make us great. Let love roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we'll make a new way. Let your love roll down like a mighty stream. When brutality threatens our daughters and sons, let peace roll down. May our voices rise up louder than the guns. Let peace roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we'll make a new way. And let peace roll down like a mighty stream. Step by step, one by one, let justice roll down. They can kill the prophet, but the dream lives on. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we'll make a new way. And let justice roll down like a mighty stream.
I turned to it because I felt that it was the morally excellent way to deal with the problem of racial injustice in our country.
Our opening words are by Ann Barker and are from a book of meditations on the year 2020 called Shelter in This Place. Could we talk about the dissonance between what we teach our children and how we live our lives? Could we talk about sharing and how we sometimes don't? Could we talk about the ways that privilege binds us to suffering, the ways that suffering starves us of freedom, the ways that freedom isn't freedom and never was? Could we talk about love? I light this chalice today in gratitude. It connects me to warmth and understanding And it connects me to the thousands of chalices being lit today by other Unitarian Universalist congregations. It reminds me that we are not alone. Please join me in reciting our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Hello, everyone. My name is Laura Keith King, and my pronouns are she and her. In a minute, I'm going to sing a song called Circle Round for Freedom. It was written 30 or 40 years ago by a woman named Linda Hirshhorn, who started singing with her Jewish faith community as a child and turned that activity into her adult job. She has written lots of songs that are meant to be sung together by groups of people and meant to encourage them to work together toward making a better world. You may have noticed that when we sing together, it can make us feel stronger and less alone. When the words of songs mean something important, singing can be a powerful tool for making people feel better when they're sad or discouraged, and for encouraging them to have thoughts that help them be good and happy people and do things in the world that help other people. This song talks about circling around. In other words, getting with other people and making a circle. Circles of people are everywhere. My grandson just started preschool, and circle time is when the kids all sit together and talk with the teacher and each other. There's even a story about a long ago king named Arthur who created a new way of working with all the important people of his kingdom. Instead of meeting at a long table with the most important person at the end, he had his carpenter make a round table, so everyone had an equal opportunity to be seen and heard. So this is why the circle is one of my favorite shapes. The words go like this: circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children, keep the circle whole. It's a short song, so I'm going to sing it 3 times, and I hope you'll join in from home. Someday soon, I hope we'll all be able to form a circle and sing this song together at church. Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children, keep the circle whole. Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned, Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned. Circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children. Keep the circle whole, for the children of our children. Keep the circle whole.
I have lit a candle for all of us for this time of grief and frustration, and one final candle for those joys and sorrows held in our hearts and unspoken. We are most happy today to have a message from a friend of mine and of this congregation, Rodney Jones. Rodney is the current president of Movement for Change, which is a local civil rights organization. He is the past president of the local chapter of the NAACP. Rodney has an enduring passion for helping others. He uses his background in social work, vocational rehabilitation, and counseling in service of his passion. In these last few years, he and his wife, Latasha, have founded a 501c3 organization called New World Believers. It is located in a renovated warehouse, and it partners with Florida Department of Juvenile Justice, the Escambia County Board of Commissioners, Escambia County Sheriff's Office, Florida Department of Vocational Rehabilitation. It sponsors programs for youth, including a day camp for youth. The organization is currently establishing a community center for legal assistance and wellness education. Rodney has a lot on his plate. We appreciate his taking time to tell us about this program. And just as for your information, the offering today, in the spirit of our Sunday service, our fifth Sunday service sharing, will be donated to the New World Believers. Welcome, Rodney.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rodney Jones. I'm with the organization New World Believers. We're an organization that's been established since around 2004. Our primary goal is to reach and teach young people. So again, I would like to say good morning and thank you for an opportunity just to be able to speak to you guys about what we do. And what we do is, again, we like to reach young people. That's our primary goal. That's the primary clientele that we deal with. Youth from the ages, we've had them at least at the age of 9, all the way up to the age of 21, which I think are very vulnerable years. They're very impressionable during that particular time period. So a little bit about New World Believers. We were established as an organization to help based on the things that I saw when I grew up. And I won't just say me, I would say me and my wife, because she grew up in the same type of environment that I grew up, an environment that's riddled with drugs and crimes and all types of things that impact the direction of young people. And so I wanted to do something about that after having been impacted, if you will, by that environment. Unfortunately, I was incarcerated several times. I was on drugs at one time. And I watched a lot of my friends and my family members go down the same path. So I said, what can I do about this? How can I change me and at the same time help change them? And that is how New World Believers was birthed. Just trying to find a way to reach and teach others that they won't have to continue to go down the same paths that we went down. And so we established New World Believers. First and foremost, it's a ministry. It's really not an organization. It is a ministry. It is designed to reach the hearts and souls of people not an organization just established to create this, kind of vacuum to suck them in, suck them out, and not really give them anything. But it's designed to reach the souls of young people, to impact them to such a degree that they won't just see, well, if I commit this crime or if I do this, I'm going to go to jail, or I might not get the job I want. But I want them to understand the true dynamics of that nature, of participating in that type of behavior. So they'll realize that it ain't the fact that I'm going to go to jail, it's the fact that it's wrong. It's detrimental not just to me, but to my community at large. And so we want people to realize that. So we started to put together several components that will help. We saw that kids were, they were lacking in particular needs in these environments that are below and at the poverty line. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know that many of you see the things that happen, not just in our community, but in communities around this country. You see these things that are happening consistently. And in that, we just wanted to put these components together. One, I'll get onto that. One, which is a kind of a component for redirection. If juveniles or young people get in trouble, where do they turn after they get in trouble for the first time? Is it cool to just incarcerate them? Is it that we should keep them on probation or keep them into the systems, or what? I thought that in my experience, the system, in fact, corrupted me more. It made me a little resentful of the system and the things that came with it. So I wanted to design something that will address the issues at hand. Kids who are getting caught in criminal activity and being incarcerated for the first time, where can we send them? Where can we give them help or give them redirection? So in that, we created what is called HOOPS, Healthy Opportunities and Options Promoting Success. In that, we partnered with the Department of Juvenile Justice, state of Florida. In there, we do what is called civil citation. If many of you haven't heard of it, it's kind of like a ticket system. If young people get in trouble for the first time, the arresting officer, is able to issue them what we call a citation. And in that, they'll be able to go through the system, but not remain in the system, which means, they'll have to, that civil citation, it'll matriculate its way through the Department of Juvenile Justice. However, they'll send that to an outside provider, such as myself, where the young person doesn't have to be in the system per se. They get to come to an outside organization that gets to implement programs that are designed to redirect them and to expose them to, different things in the community. And our goal is to expand their horizon, that they'll see their worth and they'll see the great opportunities that they have when they're not participating in these types of behaviors. Second component we created was a workforce development component, and that's for young people also. In that, we partner with vocational rehabilitation, and vocational rehabilitation is known all throughout the country that helps. It's an organization that's designed to help people or persons with disabilities. So we deal with a lot of young people who have disabilities. Not only are they participating in criminal activity or maybe using drugs or living in these environments, they have another detriment. They have a psychological disposition that kind of hinders them to a degree. Many of them, some have physical disabilities that hinders them to a degree, which sometimes society overlooks. They kind of look at the problem and not the cause. And so in that particular component, we're allowed to address the cause as well as deal with the problem and kind of redirecting young people towards the workforce environment, letting them understand how important it is that they start viewing career paths and taking on opportunities that will help build them, or at least build their repertoire, so that there'll be greater opportunities for them in the future, in spite of where they came from, in spite of what they had. So we want people to really understand that our organization is an organization that's designed to really, again, reach the soul of young people, to impact them to such a degree that they don't want to live in the manner that, their friends are living. And even for that matter, some of their family members, that they'll start to take charge of their own lives and start to move down a path that's going to be, beneficial for their entire community. And our last component is a component that's associated with the first one, the HOOPS program. Now, in the HOOPS program, as I said, we do civil citation. However, we had to come up with some other avenue that will help young people in their legalities. So what we did was we created a law center, for lack of better words, a community type law center, for lack of better words, where we're in partnership with Emerald Coast Legal Aid, Mr. Doug White and his team over there, and they're helping us to establish and build a law center. So when not just the young people come into our program, but their parents who may be going through some type of legalities, they're able to get some type of assistance that can help them kind of navigate this gigantic legal system that we have. And if many of you haven't experienced the legal system of this country, we understand that it can be daunting, you know, and for people not to have somewhere to go, and I'm talking about those who can't afford private attorneys, or their public defender is not giving them quite what they need that can really help them navigate a little better. So we established that so that we can provide that type of service. So in that, Mr. White is he is committed to us. We've established a computer lab where we have computers that people could come in and they can start to navigate the different search engines to find or connect themselves with information that can help them kind of navigate a little better in our legal system. But outside of that, we still provide other directional services, meaning we do referrals. If people come there and they're looking to kind of get, maybe it's a bill paid. We don't pay bills, anything, but, you know, I thank God for my vast experience in the community and working with so many different organizations, such as Escambia County Sheriff's Department, Movement for Change, NAACP, Escambia County Health Department, Cox Communication, Baptist Hospital, Gulf Power. Those are some of our partners. And in that, I was able to obtain a vast amount of experience and connections. So we're able to kind of redirect people. If you come into our organization and maybe you're looking for just, you like to be paid, we can make referrals to people like Catholic Charities or United Ministries or to that effect, that people can kind of make these connections. And if it's something outside of that, we still have connections with other organizations in our community that are designed to educate people when it comes to some of the parameters associated with voting, education, and all of that. That ain't the stuff we do primarily, but we want to become that resource, that hub, that informational center that we can direct people in a comfortable environment. Sometimes people find themselves in a place where they're very uncomfortable and they don't get the services that they really come there to get. And that's what we're trying to be. Lastly, I just want to say our goal is to establish a final component, which will be a community arts program. We got a redirectional component in place. We have a workforce training component in place. We have a legal kind of component in place. Our goal is to now put in a community arts program within the dynamics of our system, so that, you know, many of the kids or young people or people who frequent our organization, they gravitate to even this hip hop era that we're in, and whatever music or instruments and all of that, and they don't understand how that translates. You don't have to be a rapper, you don't have to be an R&B singer, or you don't have to be a soloist at all, but these things translate into jobs. And I want our young people to understand that how this component can actually plug them into a career that can be everlasting for them. You know, they can teach, they can work at churches, they can work at God knows anywhere in the world with these gifts and talents, learn how to work in front of the camera, behind the camera, how to work recording devices and things like that. These equate to jobs. And if I can get you on a job and get you on a job that you like, 9 times out of 10, to keep you out of the streets and keep you away from criminality. So again, I just want to thank you guys for just giving me an opportunity just to be able to speak to you guys. If I could say one thing that can help me, people who have a sincere heart. That's what can really help me. Because even if you don't have it, you can connect me with somebody did. I have a friend of mine who goes to this very church. I don't want to throw his name out. I don't know if it'll embarrass him or not. But somebody like this individual who really, he has a heart to help. He didn't have anything, I didn't have anything, but we got some stuff done. And that's what I'm talking about. So if I can say that, you don't necessarily have to have anything tangible to give right now or any at all, but your heart and your time and expertise, that goes a long way. Hey, again, my name is Rodney Jones. I'm with New World Believers Hoops. That's Healthy Opportunities and Options Promoting Success. And again, I want to thank you for just allowing me this opportunity. I want to say God bless you. God keep you. Thank you.
Please be generous in your support of this community organization beyond our walls. Our closing words are by Joe Cherry and are found in the Book of Meditations for the year 2020, called Shelter in This Place. Prayer for the Lamp Keeper. My prayer for you today is that you cannot be and say everything, that you are a light, a lamp in the night to help people on their way, but you cannot be their way. Remember also that a steady lamp, by which others may guide their own journey, is a gift from and to the universe. Be steady, but do not deny your own humanity. Do not forget to take breaks. Do not let your desire to be the steward of that lamp keep you too long from your own journey. Share the burden. Share the responsibility. Share the honor with others. Amen, and blessed be.